guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Bookworms, buddy. I have a book haul for you. Even though I have not had time to read books, I did have time to buy them. So I have a couple of stacks of books here to show you. Let's get started. I have here these three books that I got here. These first two go together. These are part of a series. I showed you this in my August TBR. These go together. I have to get these books reviewed. They're by Lisa Freeman. We got Honey Girl, and we got Riptide Summer. This is about the LGBT community and that kind of stuff. So I've not read many books on that, so I decided I would review these for the author, and I need to get to those quickly. The next one we got here is The Walls by Holly Overton. This again is a book that I have to do for review. I've since then stopped accepting books to review because I just don't have the time to do it. And I explained to the publicist that I don't know when I'll get to the book, but it sounded interesting. She said, that's fine. Review it when you can. So, yeah. That is The Walls by Holly Overton. It says, working on death row is far from Christy Tucker's dream, but she is grateful for a job that allows her to support her son, an alien father. When she meets Lance Dobson, Christy begins to imagine a different kind of future, but after their wedding, she finds herself serving her own life sentence, one of abuse and constant terror. But Christy is a survivor, and as Lance's violence escalates, the inmates she worked with have planted an idea she simply can't shake. Now she must decide whether she'll risk everything to protect her family. Does she have what it takes to commit the perfect crime? So I'm like, oh, that sounds really good, and I want to get to this one soon. Probably after I get through About the Snow and Ashes. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, the next one here we got is The Monsters of Men. This is by Patrick Ness. This is book 3 in the Chaos Walking series. I need the rest of the books. I couldn't pass this up because it's beautiful. And this was at our used bookstore, and you can see this part. It's got this plastic cover, which is fantastic, just like the Illuminae series. Even the inside cover is amazing. So eventually I want to get to this series. I've heard so much about it over the years. And of course, I am late to the bandwagon, so I really want to get to this. And like I said, I couldn't pass this one up. Next we got here is the third one and the final book in the Fifth Wave trilogy. This is The Last Star. I do have the Fifth Wave and the Infinite Sea, and I just haven't read them yet. But I plan to. They had this one there. I picked it up, spent $9.50 on it. I thought, well, why not? Because it's a half-price bookstore. They have it. Let's get it hardback. Yes, there we go. The Last Star by Rick Yancey. The next one we got here, also by Rick Yancey, is The Curse of the Windigo. I have The Monstrumologist that I have not read, but I got that and put it in my last book haul. They had this one. I said I'm picking it up, so I picked it up. And I want to get to these so bad, and it was only $5, and it's in great shape, so I said why not. The next one we got here is Of Triton. This is by Anna Banks. This is to a series that my husband is reading, which is Of Poseidon, and there's another one, and I can't think of what it's called now. I believe this is book 2. I don't know anything about it, but he's been looking for it. I think he ordered this one. Oh, I don't know. There's no marks or anything. We might have found it up at the bookstore. Let me see. Yeah, we found it up at the bookstore. Yeah, so he's got that one. I think he's got all 3 of the books now. I'm trying to see if I can see them over there on the shelf, but I don't see them. But they're there. They're there. I think one of them's Of Neptune. That's what it is. Of Poseidon, Of Neptune, and Of Triton. That's the 3 books. I think he's got all of them now. I don't know for sure. And then I found this one. It's called Between by Jessica Warman. And we got this one up at the bookstore as well. Let me read this to you because it sounded really good. Despite my attempts to be brave, I feel small and afraid as I tiptoe out the open sliding glass door, my shoes making light clacking sounds against the fiberglass deck of the boat. The air is so chilly that I cringe, thinking that what the water must feel like. Goosebumps rise on my exposed flesh. I stand on the deck, frozen, listening. Maybe the noise will go away. Thump. No. If it's a fish, it's a stupid fish. It's coming from the stern between the dock and the boat like something heavy, alive, persistent, stuck. I make my way along the side of the boat, holding tightly to the railing. Once the sound is directly beneath me, I look down. Wet, soaked, face down. These are the first words that come to mind before I scream. So I'm like, what? I picked it up. I have to read it. Hopefully I can read it. Okay, and then we've got, this one is called The Creeping, and it's by Alexandra Serrari. I don't know if you can read that right there. Serrari. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I thought the cover was interesting with the girl standing here in the tree. They had this on the sales rack for a couple bucks. It says, Stella Cameron is the lucky one. When she was a kid, Stella and her friend Jeannie vanished into the woods. Stella came back with no memories of what happened. Jeannie never did. 11 years later, Stella is over it mostly. She can't remember a time when people didn't look at her with a question in their eyes. But she has a summer full of days ahead of her. A best friend with a devil-may-care attitude and a maybe crush on a gorgeous guy. All she wants to do is have the best summer of her life and leave the past in the past. But then, the fresh corpse of a little girl is found with the eerie similarities to Jeannie, and Stella's memories start coming back in fits and starts. As Stella starts to uncover the truth about the day Jeannie vanished, she discovers a breadcrumb trail of horror going back generations. So, doesn't that sound good? I read that and I'm like, $2. I'm buying that one. So, all these books I want to get to, and I just, And the next one here is Catacomb. There's no escape from Catacomb. This is part of the Asylum novel. I'm not sure where it fits in. I have Asylum, I just haven't read it. And then I've got the prequel or something. There's a prequel, and I think it was Escape from Asylum. But I know this one's like 3 or 4. I think it's book 3. I still need to get Sanctum, which is, I think is the second book. I don't know. But anyway, I want to read this series really bad. I just know it's these college kids, I think, have to go to a class in the asylum or something. I don't know. I don't even remember now, but I've always wanted to read the series. I just need to get number 2 now. And hopefully I can get to this series soon. I'm dying to read it. And then these last 2 books is Evernight and Stargazer. This is the Evernight series by Claudia Gray. Of course, Evernight is first. Stargazer is second. And I'm not sure of any of the books in the series, but it sounded really good. It says, at the eerily gothic Evernight Academy, the other students are sleek, smart, almost predatory. Bianca knows she doesn't fit in. When she meets handsome, brooding Lucas, he warns her to be careful, even when it comes to caring about him. But the connection between them can't be denied. Bianca will risk anything to be with Lucas, but dark secrets are fated to tear them apart and to make Bianca question everything she's ever believed. I don't know. I just decided I'd pick them up. It looks like they'd be fast, quick reads. Yeah. There's one more book I want to show you, which isn't my book. Shelby had bought it when we were out because a big deal is coming this fall, and that is the new It. The new movie is coming out, so she bought this. Isn't this cool? This is like a really cool cover. Huge book, of course. She goes, you think I should read that? And I was just about to tell her that I have the book It if you want to read it. She goes, no, I'm going to buy that. So she bought herself this edition of It. And if she gets to it, I don't know, because she's also reading the Outlander series. She's on book 2, which she did not bring with her, but I have it so she can read it. But yeah, so she picked this one up. I thought the cover of it was so cool. And why not read it when the new movie is coming out? But I've read the book 3 times. I don't need a refresher course. So she bought this to read before the movie comes. So I'm going to get on her to read that. So that is the books that I bought. And this is for my August book haul. I know it's like the beginning of August, but I wanted to get this done because I don't know when I'm going to have time to do more videos. So if you've read any of these books or you know about any of these books, so let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. Thanks guys for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.